Hey, Curtis, you ready?
I am.
I can't hear you, though.
I am. Let's do it.
Okay.
And three, two, and one.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to another week of the livest broadcast on media, tech, and pop culture. In my opinion, anyway. How are you, MC?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm fantastic.
I love the blouse. Nice.
Thank you. Thank you. It's actually an entire dress, it is.
Oh, okay. Well, looks like a blouse from here.
Look, if I told you it's a dress, just accept that it's a dress. Let's say what's up to everyone. And I'm sorry, everyone. Usually we have our theme music in the beginning. I don't know what happened. No theme music, MC.
Yeah, I don't know what happened either.
Okay, great. Thank you. You're very helpful. Anyway, my name is Tachi. I'm a media professor, a filmmaker, a media content producer. I'm also a journalist. And I don't know why I'm hearing feedback too. Weird. Okay, I do know. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. All right, there's a lot going on. So I'm on so many different platforms now. I'm hearing things differently. All right, so my name is Tachi. I'm a media professor, a filmmaker, a media content producer. I'm also a journalist. This is MediaScope. As I said, we talk all about media, tech, and pop culture news. This shows everything. You guys make my day, my weekend. And it's not just me. I am joined by a one, MC Curtis. MC, give it up.
Hey, everybody. What's happening?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's real vigor today. And so, guys, this is the first time that we are broadcasting with MediaScope on LinkedIn. Yes, so now we are also live on LinkedIn Live. So let me say what's up to everybody on Periscope, on Facebook Live, on Twitter if you're watching in the Twitter feed, on WJMSradio.com. That's right, you can listen if you can't watch, and also on LinkedIn Live. Fantastic. So let's start with Periscope. Who's here? Oh, I see Tish, what's up? And Yolanda Lattimore, what's up? Cosby, what's going on? And Sab 1908, TT Doc, what's up? And people are coming in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's hop on over to the Facebook Live side. Serena Wills, what's up? She says, hey, Soror. Hey, MC Curtis. Thanks, thanks for listening the other night. Absolutely. Why would I not? Absolutely. Yolanda Lattimore is also over here on the Facebook Live side. And Jorge Washington, also known as Joint Specialist. What's up, sir? Good to see you. Good to see you on the Facebook Live side. And let's see, LinkedIn, people are starting. We got people here, but I don't know who they are. Go ahead and say hey or something so I can acknowledge you, because we always acknowledge those people that watch on MediaScope. All right. So here we go. MC, how was your week?
It was very, very busy. Been very busy.
Very busy, huh?
Yeah, it's good. It's a good thing, but
it sounds like it's a good thing.
Yeah. You're listening to the excitement?
I'm hearing all the excitement, and I'm like, well, this has to be something great, because you sound so excited, as per usual.
Yeah, that was cool.
Great. All right, you know what? We're going to get started. So I got to give you guys the hug to let you know that I appreciate you being here. It is not taken for granted. You could be anywhere. You could be eating your dinner. And speaking of dinner, I know you guys are hungry. Go ahead and drop some emoji snacks in the chat. Anything you like. Levok started his snacks early. He left some hamburgers for you guys, or Impossible Burgers, over when I was doing, help me, not WhatsApp, Instagram.
Did you hear about the Impossible Burgers? That they're like, they're not necessarily, I guess, the greatest thing for you?
There's a lot of fat in Impossible Burger. Okay, so here's the thing. There's a lot of fat in the plant-based burgers like Impossible Burger and in Beyond Burger. Hey, Savage Gang. And Sab says she's got her wine. Also, hey, good evening, TT Doc. And hey, Blake buys houses. How are you on Periscope? Oh, no notification? Oh, I'm sorry. You should have gotten one, Enlightened. But welcome, my dear. Thank you for being here. Okay, so they're not the greatest for you, but because, well, they're fine because they're plant-based, but they also have like a lot of coconut oil and things like that. And coconut oil is great for you, but it also has saturated fat. So if you're eating too much of those, that could be, depending on what your health is like, problematic for you down the line. Although they're plant-based, again, and they're great, and they're really delicious. Had one yesterday, had to say. So,
but don't you have like a favorite burger? Was it the Impossible Burger? That's not your favorite one.
Don't tell me what my favorite burger is, sir.
Yeah, you're trying to get a sponsor or something?
I like the Impossible Burger. But I really, really do.
But wasn't there another burger?
What happened?
What's the other one that Whole Foods, or not Whole Foods, but Trader Joe's?
Oh, yeah. Well, they do sell them, I think, at Whole Foods. Beyond Burger is made by Beyond Meat. Impossible Burger is made by Impossible Foods. Okay. And you know what? It looks like LinkedIn is a little bit behind, or a lot of bit behind. Hi, Michaela Greer. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. So if I don't address something on LinkedIn, it's because we're a little behind. So go ahead and put stuff in the chat and we will catch up. So in any case, yes, you cannot buy Impossible Burgers in the store as of yet. They're usually at restaurants and eateries, but Beyond Burger and Beyond Meat products you can buy in grocery stores like Publix, etc. So... Yeah, I don't mind if one of you all wants to be a sponsor of MediaScope. I don't mind in the least at all. I will gladly take it and run.
Impossible Burgers for everybody, huh?
We'll make it rain Impossible Burgers. I'm telling you. We will make it rain Impossible Burgers.
What you going to do for this Impossible Burger?
You know what? Okay, see, family show. Serena Wills has put some emoji snacks in there, a bunch of plant-based things. Thank you. And some ice cream, which is not necessarily, but we'll pretend it's plant-based. Thank you. And a martini, several martinis. So go ahead and get yourself those snacks. And David Bazinger, thank you so much for being here. We are making it rain Impossible Burger. That could be their slogan. We make it rain Impossible Burgers.
Who wants an Impossible Burger?
Why you sound like Barry White? Oh goodness, why do you sound like Barry White? He could have been the spokesperson for Impossible. Anyway.
Oh, that would have been cool, actually.
It would have been cool. Look, he would, if Barry White was still alive, he would have so many cool gigs.
Absolutely.
Because of his voice. Him and Isaac Hayes.
What about that guy? I'm not sure where he was from, but he had a really cool voice. The guy that did the 7-Up commercials many years ago.
Oh, his name is Jeffrey.
He had an excellent, awesome
Jeffrey. It's not Holder. He was also a fantastic dancer.
Okay.
He was married to Carmen. I don't know how to say her last name. Is it Delevad? But awesome modern dancer. They did a lot of ethnic and modern dance. And because I'm a dancer, I knew this. But he was also a fantastic dancer. Passed away a few years ago. So rest well.
Great voice.
Oh, yeah. And fantastic voice. Fantastic voice. Ted Knight, welcome on the Periscope side. Guys, if you're just joining, welcome to the MediaScope party. My name is Tachi. I am a media professor, a filmmaker, a media content producer, also a journalist every week. The Meeting of the Minds happens right here. We talk media, tech, and pop culture news. Welcome, Periscope, Facebook Live, Twitter. Welcome, WJMSradio.com and LinkedIn Live. All right. Let's get to it, shall we? Could I have photo 1, please? Just when you thought there were no more mergers or acquisitions to be had, here comes CBS Viacom. This has been happening for quite a while now. I think I talked about this before, that this was supposed to happen. So sometime very soon, I don't know that it's officially happened, but CBS and Viacom are merging. Now, in case you didn't know, about 14 years ago, they used to be together. Yes, they were not always separate companies. They used to be together. CBS and Viacom were together, and then something happened, and they broke apart. Now another something has happened, and they're coming back together. You want to know what that something is?
CBS Viacom.
Yes. That's something. You could minimize that or put me back up, MC. Thank you. That something is the fact that there's a Netflix that there is a Disney Plus. All of these streaming are coming back, and are coming about rather, and in order to compete, they know that they need to come back together to do something big. And Lighton said, just like some married folks get me remarried too. Exactly. Exactly. And Lighton, exactly. It's exactly the same thing. They got divorced, decided they didn't want to be divorced, and then got remarried on reality TV.
Wow. So is that why that little symbol or sign looks like something genetically modified?
I don't even know. You know what? No, that actually is from the article. So I don't know if that was something that they devised, or if that's not going to be their new logo. That's just something they devised. But it does look like some hot mess, genetically modified foolishness. I will say that.
Like your peanut butter's in my chocolate. Your chocolate's in my peanut butter.
2 great tastes and 1 candy bar.
Hey, your chocolate's in my peanut butter.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Troublemaker number 2 is here. Levok, go ahead and drop your snacks. No toadstools and no potato salad with raisins in it. Okay? Hey, Dean, SMS, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for being here on the Periscope side. I see you laughing and having a good time, and we're here for you to enjoy. And also, Linda Summers Donahue is here on the Facebook Live side. Welcome. Jorge says, more like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Oh, wow. That was a movie, wasn't it? It was an animated movie, I think. And Jay is here, and he's put some lovely plant-based fruits. Thank you, Jay. We appreciate you.
Plant-based fruit. Huh?
Yes, plant-based fruits.
So as opposed to Uncle Levok, huh? It's the first one at the party.
Did you tell him? Did you call him Uncle Levok?
Yeah, Uncle Levok. Yeah.
And that's what I'm going to call him from now on. Uncle Levok is here.
The first one to the party and bringing something whack.
And he's going to be the last one to leave too. You know, dancing. You know how with the little drink in hand. The last one to leave too. Linda Summers Donahue, how are you, my dear? She said, "Who knew you were a dancer too?" Yes, a dancer choreographer for many, many years. Yes. So, all right, here we go. Let's talk a little bit more about that. So, I'm not sure whether or not this has officially happened, but this is coming. This is coming. And so owner Sherry Redstone has been trying to make this happen for years, actually. So what is this deal going to do? It's going to combine a big cable programmer, which is Viacom, and they own networks like MTV, Comedy Central, BET, VH1, which used to be Video Hits 1 and doesn't show near a damn video now anymore.
Wow.
Nor does MTV. Let's be real. None of these are
more
music
reality
channels.
shows that they're doing right now? No videos, but more reality shows?
It's all reality.
Oh, really?
It's all reality. Reality is very, I shouldn't say it's, inexpensive to produce, but it's less expensive than scripted. So I wish, you know what? I wish Troy DeVold was here, but I know that he's in the process of moving because Troy DeVold is the reality king. He's a producer and a director.
Okay.
Levok says MTV sucks. And Enlightened says, I prefer chocolate. Okay, Levok says, Uncle, now I have to pay for college? You sure do. And he says to you, hey, Chocolate Thunder 22.
Oh.
You thought we forgot. We didn't.
Yes.
MC Curtis's code name is Chocolate Thunder 22. That's his name on Black Planet. Just in case you're looking for him, look for Chocolate Thunder 22.
Gumbo. How about gumbo?
David Benjamin Eccles, how are you? And he says, hey, everyone. Random, Mariah Carey and will.i.am are 2 celebrities on the new app TikTok. Okay, we were talking about that on the last show. TikTok is the bomb. Yes. TikTok. See, I have TikTok. I watch some things. I'm not going to broadcast on there because my base is not on TikTok, but they do have some interesting things. So I'm not surprised that Mariah Carey and will.i.am are over there. They would have a huge following over there, I am sure. So
what's Mariah Carey doing?
Wearing rhinestones as usual, probably, and sitting on her couch. That's what she does. She wears that kind of stuff to stay home.
Oh my!
I'm like, is that even comfortable? Do you, Mariah? I can't hate. Am I wearing rhinestones at home? No. So do you? Do you? Michaela Greer says, Jeffrey Lamont Holder. Thank you. It was Holder. Okay. So Jeffrey Holder, thank you. Michaela was like one of my favorite students. She is amazing. Michaela, let me know what you're doing now. I would love to know. Let me know. Well, it says in your LinkedIn thing, but let me know what else is going on.
Are you?
She's
is she
awesome
at home? Is she at home sitting on the couch with rhinestones and?
Michaela, no,
Yeah.
she is the antithesis of Mariah Carey.
Okay.
She is, I don't want to say Mariah Carey is not useful, but Michaela is far more useful to society than the Mariah Carey is. Sorry, Mariah. Love you and all, but Anyway. Tika Tamaka, I think is your name. Thank you for being here on the Periscope side. Enlighten says reality TV is not real. You're absolutely right. It's scripted.
No.
No. Who would say that or believe that? Dave Benjamin Eccles says Black Planet. All right, Chocolate Thunder 22. Go introvert. And Sharita says, oh, shucks, Chocolate Thunder. Oh, we've started it again. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we do. And for LinkedIn, this is your first time here. Michaela, this is exactly what we do on MediaScope. So this is a different kind of LinkedIn show. So if you were expecting the industrial type of business, that's not what's going to happen on this one. This ain't that.
This is the After Hours Network LinkedIn.
This is LinkedIn After Hours, basically. Exactly. Dina SMS, welcome back. All right, so this is not enough, basically. The fact that they're banding together to go up against Netflix, it's not enough. So what they're going to have to do is, okay, back in the day, maybe they could have gotten someone to acquire CBS and Viacom. Now what's going to need to happen is they're going to need to acquire properties in order to compete. That's what's going to happen, okay? So to compete with AT&T and Disney and Apple, who are trying to compete with Netflix in the TV streaming wars, this is what's going to have to happen. Okay, so CBS, they've already got their streaming. They've got CBS All Access, right? I can't think of a single, no, that's not true. There are exactly four things I want to watch on CBS All Access, but that's not enough of a reason for me to subscribe, right? So that right there tells you they're going to have to do something else. They're going to have to do something expediently, and they're going to have to do something mavericky, right? Something out of the norm in order to gain people to watch, to make them viable, to go head to head with all of these new streaming.
Okay, you're saying they need some content.
Yes, I'm trying to be nice. Okay. They need content besides reruns of The Price is Right. Okay, right. Come on down. No, I don't want to watch reruns of The Price is Right. There are things that I do want to see. I'm really interested in Star Trek Discovery, but I'm not going to pay for it, so I haven't seen it yet, except for the pilot that they did on regular CBS. I am interested in The Twilight Zone. Watch the pilot episode on YouTube. Great, but I'm not going to pay for it. I love The Good Fight. Excellent. Spinoff of The Good Wife. Excellent. But again, not going to pay for it. And there was one other thing.
Books and magazines in a moment.
What happened?
I said, you're going to be back to books and magazines in a moment.
Well, but I'm not. I already paid for Amazon Prime. Right. I paid for Netflix. I paid for Sling. Nothing else is coming out of my pocket. Nothing.
I hear you on that one.
Nothing. So whatever it is that you have that you're trying to entice me with, that small, juicy piece of candy, that's not coming. I'm not paying for it. And I'm sure there are others that feel that way. Let's go to the room. Welcome back. Accidentally hit the X. That's okay. That you can always come back in if that happens. Web girl, what's up, Terry? Welcome. And 55 MDI, your first day on Periscope. Welcome. And TT Doc says, hey, I love The Price is Right. Then you go on ahead and pay the $6.99 for CBS All Access for reruns of The Price is Right. I will not. And then I'm not a Big Bang Theory fan. Go ahead.
I said Bob Parker's not even on the show anymore.
No. Is Bob Barker still alive?
Yeah, I don't know.
Somebody let me know. I don't know. Well, girls, so hey, MediaScope fam. Yes, Enlighten likes a good fight as well. Yeah, it's a great show. They have great shows, but not enough content to warrant me paying. But I don't know if you all feel the same way. I could be the only one here. What's up, Faraz? United for Life is here on the Periscope side. Welcome. I don't know. Yeah, Michaela says, I flatter her. Oh, look at this. Michaela works at LinkedIn on the editorial team, hoping to build her empire like me. I'm so glad you're loving the stream. Good. Awesome. Michaela, were you responsible for us getting on LinkedIn? I'm going to pretend you were. Thank you, Michaela.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Oh, wait a minute. And Michaela just finished her master's at Syracuse, hopes to get back to the Florida sunshine. Oh, well, wonderful. Congrats. You know, I grew up
Awesome.
about 3 hours away from Syracuse. So yeah, I understand why you're itching to get back. Anyway.
Nothing going on in Syracuse?
Oh, nothing going on. Look, there's New York City and the rest of New York State. The rest of New York State
Right.
is just
Right.
is just a waste. Sorry to say, but it's true. New York City is the only thing that is really going on there. And now I'm going to get a whole bunch of New Yorkers
Yes.
from New York State people say, no, we have the Coconut not the Coconut Festival. We have the Pumpkin Festival. We have fine. Good for you. I know that. You don't have to tell me I grew up in upstate New York. I'm telling you, there's nothing else in New York State but New York City. You could argue with me all day. What happened?
We have the carriage rides also.
Oh, the hay ride, the carriage ride. Good for you. Whatever. Ride on hay, on pumpkins all day. Fine. I don't care. I'm telling you, in terms of viability, it's New York City, and that's it.
Right.
So I could have told you that, McKay. Had you asked me, I would have told you. I'm sure you see. Anyway, okay. So, Mr. CarLogic, what's going on the Periscope side? So, going back, this is what is happening here. Oh, Serena Will says, "I love my SU." That's right. You went to Serena. Good. To SU. Fine. So you know that there's nothing else.
The mail. All the mail is flowing in.
Here comes the mail. The mail can pour in. I will tell you, go ahead and DM me on Twitter. No problem. We could talk all day long about the viability of the rest of New York State, to which I will say lies. There's only New York City, and that's it. And I didn't even grow up in the city. Serena, you grew up in the city, so you understand what I'm talking about. Come on, New York State. Do better. Do better. Anyway, oh yeah, and Terry is from New York too. She's in Manhattan. New York's in the house. Exactly. But just New York City, I'm telling you. Levi says, go Fresno State. Were we even remotely talking about California?
Right.
Thank you, though. Just go ahead and put some snacks in the chat. Again, those of you that are hungry, we are ready for your emoji snacks. We already have Serena and Levi and some other people who have participated. What we do is you can put any put food emojis in the chat for our wonderful emoji snacks. No trees, no bark, no toadstools, no animals, live animals. Anyway. All right, there we go. Web Girl's got some champagne and cheeseburgers going on. We love you and we appreciate you, sis. All right, so let's get back to this, okay? What are industry pundits saying? They are making arguments along these lines for years. The same thing that in order a combined CBS and Viacom will be bigger, but it will not be enough to compete with really big video companies. So as far as competing with Netflix, forget it for now. You've got to acquire more stuff. You've got to make more content. And, you know, the hard thing with doing a podcast where we review television shows, we have noticed how infinitely terrible network TV has become in terms of comedy, okay? There are so many terrible network comedies. There's some great dramas, but comedy, there's so much more critically acclaimed and just great stuff on Netflix, on Amazon, on cable. Just amazing. The thing I'm into right now, Pose. I am all over Pose. If you have not watched Pose, watch it. One Shot Tonio, welcome. Thank you for being here on the Periscope side. And Web Girl is putting in the shrimp. We like the coconut shrimp and the popcorn. And Cosby is back. Welcome. Thank you for being here. So that's basically what's it with the Portland. Oh, that's right. Jay's in Portland. Portland is great. All right. So that's what's going on with the CBS merger with Viacom. They're coming back together. They're getting remarried. Michaela Greer says, LOL and the Bacon Festival and butter sculptures. I was dying to leave. Yes. They do. Okay. At Easter time, they do butter lambs in like that part of upstate Western New York. It is a big thing. Yes, the Bacon Festival. Butter. So you know when bacon is the biggest thing that you have going for you?
Wow.
I'll just say it. And no disrespect. Let me just say this. No disrespect to the rest of New York State at all. It's beautiful. There are lots of things to see and do. But on okay, let me tell you for real. When I was in Buffalo, I have to say, I was bored. There were times when I was bored. Since I've left Buffalo, I have
You
not
bored?
been bored ever.
You bored, Dr. Chati? I find that
I
hard to
was
believe.
bored, but that tells you if I'm bored, that that
Right.
tells you. That tells you. And this is not to. This just needs to. This just is saying that you've got to step it up. You've got to do
Right.
more. Just saying. More besides butter sculptures to life, people. Although butter sculptures are fine, I'm sure they're quite tasty.
Yeah, you got
Anyway.
to do something more than just bacon. You got to bring like
And more than bacon and butter. Ooh. More than just the artery clogging arts. Okay?
Wow.
More than artery clogging arts.
You're going to get some serious mail, sister.
Look, send it. Send it. I will reply to
You are gonna get-
everyone. And I can talk about this because I grew up there. I can talk about it if I like.
The pigs are going to start talking now.
The pigs from the bacon.
Right.
Let's move on. Let me have photo 2, please. All right. Let's see. Cosby says, got to check it out. Pose is the show. Yes. Pose is excellent. Terry, you are so right. Upstate is lovely during the fall. Yeah, it's pretty. You can only see so many leaves, though. And then what are you going to do? Just saying. So Dean says, is 60 episodes on Netflix too many? I have 20 left on Simon Bolivar. Oh, wow. 60 episodes of what? Of stuff you have to watch? Yeah, you have some work to do. My suggestion, sit down this weekend with a good glass of sparkling water or whatever your beverage is and get to watching.
Some bacon sandwich and
Did you say bacon sandwich with an M?
sandwich.
Sandwich with an M. Wow. Dean SMS. Oh, are you watching? Oh, well, the latter? Are you leaving? Let me know, because you have later and I'm not quite sure. Yeah, sandwich. And I watch a show in Mandarin. How awesome is that? No, Mandarin is amazing. They have some great properties. All right, so let's talk about Facebook, shall we? You know, Facebook owns Instagram. They own WhatsApp. They own Oculus, which is the virtual reality glasses or virtual reality headset. It's more than glasses, right? All right. So who you're seeing is Nate Mitchell, who is the co-founder of Oculus. He was the last one left of all of the properties of the co-founders of what Facebook acquired. Now he's gone. And
Wow.
then there were none. Okay. So he is leaving the company. He revealed his departure in a Reddit post and said, I have some bittersweet news to share with this community. After 7 incredible years, I've decided to move on from Oculus/Facebook. He also said, what's next for me? I'm taking time to travel, be with my family and recharge. Of course, I'll still be part of this community, but I'll have a much smaller role to play. I expect the incredible team at Facebook to continue to surprise and delight us on this mission to build the next computing platform. I can't wait to see what comes next. Yeah, nor can we, sir, nor can we. So it's been 7 years, and now he's leaving. But this is amid other departures. So they acquired Instagram in 2012. It's been 7 years already. Yeah. And founders Kevin Systrom and Mike Krieger abruptly left last year, with reports suggesting that they clashed with Mark Zuckerberg. Also, WhatsApp became a Facebook property and a part of the empire in a whopping $19 billion deal 2 years later in 2014. And co-founder Brian Acton left the company in September 2017, going as far to tweet, "It is time. #delete Facebook."
Jeez.
I know Levock is pleased with that one. And then in March 2018, co-founder Jan Koum followed in April of 2018.
So, out of all the mergers that Facebook or at least companies, businesses that they acquired, all of the original owners or creators are gone, or developers are no longer with Facebook?
All of them are gone. All of the co-founders, founders, and co-founders of the original properties that Facebook has acquired are gone. There are no more left with the departure of Nate Mitchell. He's gone. So now there are no more left. But you have to say something.
Why
Okay?
did he hang in there so long? What do you think?
Maybe he wins a prize. I don't know. For
Maybe
hanging around that long, you win a prize. I hope you get something, because here's the thing: it can't be all them.
Right,
If several people are leaving, and it's you.
Yeah.
It's you.
Maybe he was thinking, like, come on, guys, he can't be that bad. So finally he was,
sometimes there's no amount of money in the world that can make up for a bad experience. And so you hang in there as long as you can. So I would ask them, was it worth the 19 billion or what? And they'll probably all say, hell yeah. But, so usually the deals are, they do it for a certain amount of money, and then they agree to stay on as, director or whatever the title is they get. But if you can't hang in there, that lets you know that they're either unpleased with the direction the company is going or can't stand the company's higher ups. Just saying. Right. Elon Musk, Mars inhabitant in 2030. Levock is not a game, because I'm sure he wants to be there. And Webgirl says, I'll wait forever. I'm just saying. Would rather not Zuck book. Says, enlighten. I feel you. So, but it's you. You have to be honest that there's something up with you if all these people can't even hang around. And granted, it's been 7 years. People do make changes. They do want to move on, but we're hearing the same story all the time.
Maybe they'll write books, They'll write books working with a Zuck. Provided
they didn't sign an NDA.
Right, exactly.
I hope not. All right, let's move on. All right, so off of Facebook and Oculus's co-founder leaving, on to Tumblr. You know about Tumblr?
Vaguely. I used it a little bit, but it was too much for me.
Yeah, so Tumblr is a blogging site, basically. There are blogs that you can follow, and a lot of millennials tended to gravitate towards Tumblr and still do. So Verizon acquired Tumblr, but now they're selling Tumblr to WordPress owner Automatic Incorporated for an undisclosed amount, according to the Wall Street Journal.
Interesting.
So Verizon first acquired Tumblr in 2017 after they purchased Yahoo, and then they started to explore a sale earlier this year. Automatic bought Tumblr for less than $3 million, according to Axios, a stunning drop in value from the $1.1 billion that Yahoo paid in 2013. Less than $3 million? In this day and age, that's not a lot of money. So they bought it for peanuts, basically.
Absolutely.
Wow. All right.
That was probably like an add-on. Yeah, you can take a boardwalk and
Park Place.
in Baltic.
Baltic Avenue. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. So they said that Tumblr is a marquee brand that started movements, allowed for true identities to blossom and become home to many creative communities and fandoms, according to Verizon Media CEO Guru Gorapan, I think is how you say his name. We are proud of what the team has accomplished and are happy to have found the perfect partner in Automatic, whose expertise and track record will unlock new and exciting possibilities for Tumblr and its users. So they used to be really influential in the blogosphere and in social media, but it's become less so since it's been with Yahoo and then Verizon ownership. But meanwhile, platforms like Instagram, Snapchat, and YouTube have moved in to kind of fill that void and have become larger cultural forces as a result of this. So we'll see what happens with this, but yeah, Verizon is selling Tumblr to Automatic, which owns WordPress. So I wonder what this is going to mean for integration. Okay.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
I wonder if if it's going to be seamless or what's going to happen, because again, Tumblr is a blogging site. WordPress does a lot of, builds. They have websites, and they also are a major blogging site. A lot of people who have blogs have WordPress blogs. So I wonder how they're going to integrate Tumblr into WordPress, or are they going to remain two separate entities? Remains to be seen. Let's see what the room says. As usual, Levox says send Zuck to Club Fed. And TT Doc says that's a steal. It really is a steal. Absolutely. Levox said bought test version network and then sell after they didn't need it. Yeah, well, absolutely. There are a lot of people that do acquire things just to sell, right? We've seen this happen with a lot of tech properties. Some of the ones that we all know and used to love, they really develop because with the hope of getting acquired, right? And there are companies out there that are looking to acquire to grow. Cosby says, I could not get the hang of Tumblr. Yeah, you know, I had a Tumblr for my t-shirt site, but it's like, you really have to do too much work to get a following, and that's what I'm not wanting to do. And she uses WordPress. And Levox says blogging is dead without live streaming or Twitter. Okay, interesting. Tell me what you all think. Absolutely. Oh, and welcome to everybody who's joining on the Facebook Live side, on the Twitter side, on the Periscope side, on the WJMSradio.com side, and also on the LinkedIn side. My name is Tachi. I am a media professor, a filmmaker, a media content producer, and a journalist. I'm joined by Chocolate Thunder 22, MC Curtis. What's up, Curtis?
Hey, hey. Oh, boy.
Oh, goodness. And thank you for the lovely pink hearts on the Periscope side. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Jay says, I didn't know that Yahoo had that kind of money. Did we? Did any of us?
Well, years ago, under a different CEO, they did.
Under a different CEO, they absolutely did. Yeah. But then they got acquired by Verizon, right? And the thing is viability. I think a lot of these companies slept on their laurels. They were on top of the world at one point and didn't want to do enough to change, and they didn't have foresight to know that other things were coming down the pipeline that would disrupt what they were doing. So that's what happens. And when you become stale like old bread, you feed it to the ducks. And they will gladly eat it. Jorge says, Tumblr should just embrace what worked for them. You're right. Absolutely. That's true. That's true. And Tish says Periscope is being very difficult for you on desktop and app. Interesting. Now, I noticed there's a little bit of reception issue, but it seems to be okay. Sorry about that. But, you know, that's Periscope, yo. That's what Periscope does. Periscope is as Periscope does. All right. So moving on. You know what? We're going to end on time today. I'm putting that out there in the universe. Be quiet, Curtis. We are ending on time because I already saw your mouth getting ready to form some sort of something. So I'm cutting you off at the pass.
Some encouragement.
No, you were not going to be encouraging. I know you. My friend, I know you too well by now. It was not going to be encouragement. It was going to be disparaging. I know you, sir. Sir, I know you too well. I just schooled Curtis. And speaking of school, let's talk about Masterclass founder launching Outlier. So there's this whole thing with disruption. Everybody knows about the concept of disruption, right? Where when the catchphrase now is disrupting. And so thanks for the photo, Curtis. When you try to disrupt something, is you're trying to make something better in a particular area or particular field or particular industry. So for example, Airbnb, Vrbo, and HomeAway are disrupting the hotel industry. You have the taxi industry being disrupted by Lyft and Uber, and even, you know, the scooters, right? Like Lime and what's the other scooter one?
Bird.
And Lime, Bird, and there's another one.
Jump.
Thank you. So that's disrupting transportation in general, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what we talk about when we're talking about disrupting. That is the same thing in education, right? Education is being disrupted, people, right? By everybody who's offering courses. Now, let's be real. Everybody who's teaching 5 and dime courses doesn't necessarily have the credentials or the knowledge to be teaching these 5 and dime courses. I'm just saying. However, that is a form of disruption where you have, for much less, you can take courses. For example, edX is one where you could take these courses taught by university professors. Also, Creative Live, for much less than you would at a college or university, right? Levox says disruption sounds like a weapon on Star Trek. Hit them with the disruption gun. Well, exactly. It's funny, but no, that's exactly what it is. It's like a futuristic Star Trek thing. Disruption.
Right.
Hello, Lechi. Welcome on the Periscope side. Good to see you. All right. So what's happening? The founder of Masterclass, who does all these classes, you've seen these ads on social media for master classes with the greats, whether it's acting or whatever, right? Or filmmaking, and you're able to take for so much less than going to a university, take classes with the masters. Well, the Masterclass founder, Aaron Rasmussen, he's a co-founder, has actually, and he was the former creative director of Masterclass as well, has started a new startup called Outlier.org. So what do? It's like Masterclass. They're bringing education online, but the difference is these are college classes that are being offered for real college credit. So you can actually get college credit by taking these classes. So they're launching a pilot version of their first two courses, Calculus 1 and Intro to Psychology, for the coming fall semester. And each course is available for $400. And that covers all the costs, including textbooks. So for $400, you can take Intro to Psychology or Calculus 1 and get credit for it.
Does that cover your meals too?
It does not cover your meals. You're taking this online. One of the reasons you could do things much more cheaply online, although universities have not got wind of this and they still charge you the same exorbitant tuition, is because there's less overhead in a sense, right? You don't have brick and mortar. You're not paying for utilities in a brick and mortar. You do have to pay the instructor, but and you do have to pay, obviously, for the structure. You're paying for either whatever course delivery system you're using. You're paying for that. You have to pay for in a sense, you're paying for electricity because you've got to run the servers and everything in order to do that, or rent server space in order to do that. So, but the costs there's much less overhead with that. So you could now take these two courses in the upcoming semester from there. So despite that it's a .org, it is very much for profit, okay? Their goal is social impact, but they do want to make money. So he says, I believe in market solutions to problems, coming up with a market solution to education rather than just relying on people's charity is far more durable. So that seems to me to be a jab at, it is interesting. It seems to be taking a stab or a jab at endowments and people giving back, alumni giving back to universities, because that is charity. Because I paid you and now you want me to further support you. Okay. So, according to Rasmussen, each year 1 million college students take college-level calculus at 1 in the U.S. at an average cost of $2,500, and 40% of them fail. So he says that means you're wasting $1 billion per year, and that's on a single class. So he's not the first one to point out the problem. There is a problem with higher ed. There really is. And one of the main factors is which is one of the main factors in this growing push for online learning. But he also argued there's not a great online college yet due to a couple of main factors. First, prestige, and I can attest to that, right? So when you see these online colleges, people always like, hashtag side-eye.
Exactly.
But also, as someone who's a professor, who has done the hiring for other professors and been on search committees, when somebody came to us and they got their degree from an online institution, they were like, put them at the bottom of the pile. I'm just telling you all now. I'm telling you all now. That's what happens. So prestige is a major problem, right? So next thing is the actual content and the learning environment, okay? Also, third, there's the element of social interaction. And so somebody who teaches online now, it is really difficult to foster that social interaction, which to me is needed. Those social interactions are your social networks who could become your coworkers. Like in our field, the people you make films with later are usually the people that you went to school with. If you don't have those social interaction, you don't have that network. So that's also a problem, right? And then finally, it's the cost. And the cost is still high. They're still charging you regular tuition, even if you do it online. So that's what's what.
That's interesting because do you think that will ever change? Or someone like this Rasmussen guy, is he trying to change that stigma that's placed on the online education versus going to a brick and mortar or prestigious college university?
It takes a while. Well, so part of what they've done is, and edX does this too, which brings me to the question, are you really a disruptor if you're still using a traditional model? So they are, the professors that are teaching these teach at other universities. So they have, I think, a couple of professors from Yale. They have some professors from, I think, University of Pittsburgh that are teaching these courses. I watched the video, right? And so they have a couple of professors that are teaching from these institutions. But my thing is, disruption, okay, so it's cheaper. But how much of a disruption is it when you, are still using traditional professors who are probably teaching in traditional ways, unless you are talking with them and you all are coming up with a way to really disrupt higher ed? It's the same old thing. The one thing is, though, if you don't pass, you get your money back. So there's like a guarantee for you to pass.
So, well, maybe it's only disruptive from the standpoint of their pricing model.
Yes, which is fine. That's fine. But there's a problem with higher ed altogether. So you need to disrupt the entire thing, not just the cost. It's not disruption if you're just doing the same old thing, says somebody in higher ed.
They're not really addressing the issue then.
You're not addressing the issue. So to me, so you all can put your thoughts in there. Let me go over to Facebook because I've been ignoring you for a minute. Araya, hey, what's up, says, how is this new startup accredited? Good question. So they probably have, you have to be accredited through different bodies. There are different accrediting bodies. For those of you not familiar with higher ed, there are different accrediting bodies. Usually and generally, the regional accrediting bodies are the ones that are that matter the most. So the Southern accreditation body for schools in the South, the ones in the Eastern for the ones in the Northeast, West, and I can't remember all of them, but I know here in the South we're under SACS. The regional are the ones that they really give heavy weight to, not national like you would think. It's regional. So, but there are different accrediting bodies, so they would have to go through the accreditation process in order for the students to get credit. So to ensure that students are getting everything mandated, right, in terms of the Department of Education that they should get, they have to be accredited by a certain body, and they will go through a review every few years to ensure that that's happening. So that I don't know which accrediting body they're under. I didn't go far enough into the website to look to see where they are accredited.
And obviously,
what's up?
They would need the faculty as well, right?
Say again?
They would need the faculty as well to.
Well, they have faculty for these two, and they have the two. And again, these are faculty that teach at other universities as well. So Natalie Crew, what's up? Let's go back. Araya says, market solutions to problems is a buzz phrase for hedge funds to invest in his venture. Araya, yes, and you would know. You would absolutely know. Yolanda, thank you for sharing the stream. Sarita is laughing at ending on time. Serena, I am going to get you. Soror, you're supposed to be on my side. Soror, on my side, on my side. But you're not. You're not. Hey, Pastor Mickens, how are you? Michelle Mickens, thank you for being here. Hello. And Maple Flag, hey, what's up? Welcome. Welcome. It is another way of dumbing down the populace. You think so?
Interesting.
Now, I teach online, and I've been teaching online since 2006. I will say you have to, it's so much harder to engage and get the information across online than it is in person. So what I did in person, if that was like clockwork for me, I had to do twice as much for my online classes because they weren't with me every day. I had to make sure they were getting the same things as if they had me in person, which is why I'm such a stickler about wanting to call and talk to my students at least once or do a video chat at least once.
Now, do you find yourself having to write differently online when you're speaking to your class or writing content online versus being there in person, because people can obviously sometimes misconstrue conversations?
which is why I like to talk to them.
Okay, gotcha.
That's why I like to talk to them, because here's the thing. I'm not one that likes to type back and forth a lot. And there's a lot of miscommunication sometimes through email and our text feature. So I'm like, you know what? When do you have time? Let's just talk. And then they're like, oh, when I finally talk to them. So that's something that we have to get over as well. The miscommunication that can occur because of the lack of facial cues and the lack of tonal cues online, right? There's so much that goes into it. But, you know, I don't think that you're a real disruptor if you are propagating the same old. And I'm not saying that this is not good. I think it needs to be cheaper, 100%. But if you're teaching the same old model, and let me just say it and put it out there now, from the commercial, I didn't see, or your ad, I didn't see very much diversity. So are you then propagating the same old non-diverse faculty that we've been seeing? You, sir, are not a disruptor. That's not true disruption. And I'm not saying this to be against, because I really do think we need a different way of operating in terms of higher ed. And I think this is a start, but you got to do better.
Maybe we need disruptors in the way of how the people or the students are actually using the information. So if they're using the information that they get from the professors or different instructors and the same settings, or just as it is sort of protocol, if you will, follow these 3 steps over and over, you're going to get the same product. So maybe we need more disruptors in that space who are actually willing to use that information and do something wild with it. It's kind of just out of the box.
I agree. I don't think it's up to the students to be the only disruptors. I think it's up to the education system to disrupt, and then students fall in. I mean, they're coming to you to learn. So there are students that will absolutely be able to take this and disrupt. But the vast majority, school teaches us to conform, and school also teaches us to be part of the machine. I'm just going to say it. That's what it does. So to be disruptive is very hard for many people and many students. It's really hard. So I do hope that this works. And I do hope, please, sir, listen to what I'm saying. There's a problem with diversity in faculty and higher ed. If you really want to disrupt, you need for the population to reflect, or the faculty to reflect the population. That's one thing. Also, if you're teaching things the same old way in the same old method, that is not a disruption. So just saying I'm on your side, but I need you to do better with disruption. Let's go to the room. Natalie Cruz says international platforms and MOOCs are really outpacing U.S. platforms. They absolutely are, because of the need, right? If you need to do that, or you have no choice and you're faced with having to do that, especially in developing nations, this is a big deal. This is a big thing. Also, Serena Will says, I've taken my master's classes and did both online and in person, and truly enjoyed being in person more than online. Yeah, because sometimes what happens is professors it's easy to check out and forget that you've got stuff to do there. And they give you a lot of students. There's a lot of writing to do, stuff that you can tell them. Usually you got to sit there and write. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Araya also says online courses would be great if they could be better designed and delivered to provide affordable and useful education to underserved communities. Exactly. I think this is the start. But what has been happening with online education is you are paying the same bloody tuition that people on ground pay. And so there's no disruption there, except the fact that now you do it on a computer. Whoop-de-doo. Wow. Whoop-de-doo. So I am hoping, and look who's here. You Foresight, I'm acknowledging you. Thank you for being here. You Foresight says, I think we live in the age where the masses can be taught. Not disruptors, innovators, says Levok. Taught to put some brothers in your class. Yeah, well, this is what we're trying to do. Levok says, my master's was set in a cohort. Professors came and taught to talk in our county conference room. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what a lot of master's programs do. They do it in a cohort. D. Allen, how are you? It's been a while. Good to see you. Thank you for being here, my friend. Thank you for being here, my friend. And for those of you that are just joining, my name is Tachi, media professor, filmmaker, media content producer, and I'm also a journalist. This is MediaScope, and we talk all about media, tech, and pop culture news, the best, in my opinion, in media, tech, and pop culture news. Okay, how did I click that off? All right, we're back. All right. So in the interest of time, let's keep going. Shut it up, MC Curtis. Just put up photo 5. Never mind. All right, guys. So, guess who's back? They're back. Snap spectacles are back. Look how beautiful they are.
Yeah.
I do have to say, they did a good job with design with this one. They're very fashionable. Very fashionable.
That's a pretty hot image too, though.
It is. It's a great image. Levox says hideous. I think they're nice in terms of fashion, okay? So Snap has now introduced their third generation of spectacles, wearable sunglass cameras, and they now include a 3D effects camera for use in Snapchat. You can capture 3D snaps with a slight side-to-side depth. In fact, take that off. Let's put on the could I have video 1, please? Or the only video we have?
Okay.
And this way you'll get to see a little bit of some stuff.
All right, give me a second here.
Okay, I'm giving you a second. I'm giving you 2 seconds.
There you go.
I know you got a lot going on. By the way, here we go. All right, so this is from CNBC. And to achieve the 3D effects, the new hardware has not one, but 2 cameras, one at each outside top corner of the sunglass lenses. Both of them capture in HD and record at 60 frames per second. Audio is captured using a 4-way microphone array, and Snap says that it helps improve the audio considerably on captured content, and there's a capture button to trigger photo or video shooting on either side. So the glasses themselves are constructed from a single sheet of stainless steel, and they're designed to be lightweight for all-day wearing. Who wears sunglasses all day, though? Anyway, they come in carbon black and a mineral color that's like a dusty rose. I call it like this looks like a rose gold to me. And each comes with a charging case for storage and powering up, which includes a USB-C. USB-C.
1.
Thank you. And it folds completely flat when the glasses aren't inside for easier carrying. They're coming this fall. And can I tell you how much they were? Now, do we remember how much the original spectacles cost?
Weren't they like, right at, 200?
No, they were $130.
Oh, okay.
So $130. $130, and then they had a $150 one. So the new sunglasses are going to be $380.
They have lost their mind.
Not today, Satan. So no, you are right. There was a $200 level as well. So there was a 130, like a 150, and a 200. These are $380.
Wow. So
why? Is this what you're asking?
Why and what?
The big changes here are the 3D effects.
Right.
Okay.
Have they had like a test market for them?
They don't did they have a test market for the first one? They don't care. Really, honestly, if it were me, I would not have released these. They do look great. I think they are very stylish and fashionable. Love the colors. But $380 for something that really essentially only works with Snapchat, I don't know. I think they're feeling themselves because they've started to rebound now.
Absolutely. Maybe it's more like a shot at Facebook. Copy this now,
Take that. Copy this.
Exactly.
And Facebook will say, thank you, we will.
Yeah.
Let's see. Natalie Cruz says, I appreciate their tenacity and perseverance. Shade. And not just the shade on the spectacles. Araya says the cameras will be able to be turned on remotely. Yes. And Sarita says, daggone, $380 is a good pair of prescription glasses. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Maybe I could see the purpose in this if they were prescription glasses. Maybe I could. Jay Leo, $380. $380. Hey, Jackie Elliott, how are you? Thank you for being here. Sorry I missed you. And let's see. Natalie Cruz says, filed under, if nobody cares the first time, don't try and try again. Well, thank you. Who cared the first 2 times? First 2 times.
Right.
The first 2 times. I don't know. I don't get it.
Did you see how much money they lost, though?
Yeah, well, they did. They lost. Wait, I think they said.
On the video it said.
Yeah, they said how much they lost.
Wow.
So you got to appreciate their tenacity. If you like it, I love it. Good for you, Snapchat. I hope that's Snap. I hope your spectacles do markedly better this time. although they would need to cook dinner, fly,
Right.
give the kids a bath and all of that in order for me to, even think about them. But anyway, you want a good pair of prescription sunglasses, go to zany.com. Prescription glasses. Clearly don't go to Snap. Anyway, the problem is they will not treat this like a pop culture fad and make the glasses cheaper. Yeah, you're right. They won't. You won't. Levox says, stupid. TT Doc says, what's the point? Levox says, $19.95 plus shipping and handling. We wish. Anyway. D. Allen, wait a minute. Is there an active shooter now in Philly?
Oh, wow. Man. Jeez.
Oh, my gosh. Please say no. Let me look right now. And yes, there is.
There is? Oh, jeez. How horrible is that? Man.
6 Philadelphia officers shot in an active standoff with gunmen.
Jeez.
Thank you, D. Allen, for letting us know about that.
Wow.
This is a whole other show.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a whole other show.
It's very sad.
It's extremely sad. Mm-hmm. One does not feel safe. And not that anybody necessarily felt the safest before. All right. No cops dead yet, says D. Allen. Okay, thank you. Thank you for bringing that up, too. Wow. Because I'm on here, I don't know what's going on.
Right.
Oh, sheesh, sad. All right, let's finish up, shall we? Could I have photo 6? In case you didn't know, if you have a MacBook Pro, a 15-inch MacBook Pro purchased between 2015 and 2017, there's a chance you're not going to be able to take it on your next flight after the FAA implements the ban. I think it is implemented already. So according to Bloomberg, the FAA ban is in response to Apple's voluntary recall of a, quote, limited number of 15-inch MacBook Pros they announced back in June. So this was just 2 months ago. So the reason for the recall, faulty batteries and the risk that they may overheat and catch fire. So the affected MacBook Pros were sold between September 2015 and February 2017. Okay, good, that's not me. So check to see if you have this problem. So if your Pro uses a battery, go to the About This Mac menu, and under the Apple button on the top left of your screen, see if you have a MacBook Pro Retina 15-inch mid-2015. If you do, then copy and paste the serial number into Apple's support page to learn if you need a repair. Okay? So if you do require repair, it means that you cannot fly from the U.S. with your laptop until it's fixed.
So how is TSA checking that? Or do they have a list of serial numbers?
I don't know how they are checking this. It does not say, they did not mention how they were checking this. I would imagine they have some database of serial numbers that they could check against to see if yours matches that. Because otherwise you're not going to be able to take it on your flight. And what you don't want to do, because that means either checked in or on the flight. What you don't want to do is leave your laptop or not be able to get on the flight because of that. So my suggestion is go and get it fixed. If you have one of these laptops, you can go to the Apple support page and get it fixed, because there is a recall. Levox says, I'll just drag my MacBook into the local Apple store. Yeah, get it fixed, because you don't want, when you have to get on a flight and you're already late, for that to be the issue. U4Side says, I think they should at least replace the batteries on them. I think this is the case. Sasa K12, thank you for being here. It's your first day on Periscope. Welcome. And, Michaela says, got a jet, but can't wait for the next stream. Good night. Thank you, Michaela, on LinkedIn. Thank you for being here. You are awesome. And thank you for the information about the Bacon Festival and butter sculptures. Anyway. Let's finish this up. Could I have photo 7? We have one more story after this, so we are ending just a little bit past. And actually, no, because we started a little late. So, KitKat, Give me a break. Give me a break. Okay, we're gonna stop
Break
that.
me off of me, sir.
Yeah, Kit Kat bar. Kit Kat has ditched the plastic packaging for paper wrappers that you can use for origami. Nestle is actually the world's largest producer of packaged foods, okay? And so because of that, they've been trying to decrease their footprint and do better for the earth. So they have a pact to make 100% of their packaging recyclable or reusable. And now they have invented the world's first recyclable paper candy wrapper, as well as found a technique to sweeten sugar-free chocolates by making full use of the cocoa beans. And let me just stop right there. I don't understand why chocolate companies have not been doing that. Have you ever, MC or anybody, had real cocoa, like from the bean?
No, I haven't, but I've actually been reading the labels lately too.
Okay, it's a fruit. My father actually used to have a cocoa tree in his front yard in Nigeria. So it's a fruit, and when you peel it and you go inside, there's like sweet white pulp that's really tasty. And you kind of like get the pulp, you can suck on it to get the pulp out, and then the inside of the pulp is the cocoa beans. That's what they grind to make chocolate.
Okay.
But my thing is, like, why would you have not been using the pulp to sweeten it?
Yeah, this is
too much like right.
Right. Chocolate is not really chocolate.
It's just, no, exactly. So now they're discontinuing the use of plastic on some of their Kit Kat wrappers, just some. And so Nestle Japan is actually overhauling 5 of its larger size Kit Kat products in September. They swapping out the glossy plastic for a matte paper variety, and now you can make origami with it. Isn't that nice? So Nestle Japan describes that by making the switch, they could save 380 tons of plastic each year. That's awesome. You could make a lot of paper cranes with that.
So how do you get the chocolate out from the inside of the paper when it gets hot?
But it's probably coated.
Okay, much like the plastic is.
Yeah, it's probably coated with something that is recyclable. So now it's recyclable. So good for you, Nestle. Keep doing it. And finally, could I have photo 8? Today on Why, kind of what the hell is this? Fried chicken iPhone cases.
Oh boy.
If you're not already tempted by food pictures on Instagram, now you can purchase a smartphone case that has fried chicken on the back of it.
Is this KFC?
No, this is not KFC, surprisingly.
Right.
Surprisingly, it is not. Usually this is a KFC affair, but no. So social media users in Asia are fawning over pictures of appetite-whetting fried chicken that are attached to the backs of iPhone cases. They're clear smartphone covers, and they arrive with realistic 3D rubber replicas of fried chicken legs or wings, and their uneven golden brown batter mimics the real deal. Looks like some Gus's fried chicken in Memphis to me, if I ever did see. So if you want to order this, you could get it through Amazon for $12.90 for iPhones 5 through the X. My question is why? Why would I want a chicken wing on the back of my iPhone case?
So does it act as an iPhone stand or something too?
I don't know if it's I guess if you sit it up on that piece of chicken, it will stand. But it's just a piece of chicken. It doesn't serve any function. Terry Johnson says, say what? And Natalie Cruz says, yes, I need it. All right, well, you go on ahead. $12.90 on Amazon. So have at it. Have at it, sis. Fantastic. All right. Guys, we are done. Thank you so much to everybody for being here. All of you on Facebook. All of you on Instagram at 5. All of you on Twitter, in my Twitter feed. Everybody watching through Facebook Live. I said Facebook. Periscope. Everybody listening on WJMSradio.com. And, of course, those of you on LinkedIn Live.
Yay, LinkedIn.
Yay, LinkedIn. I hope you were able to handle it because it's a different type of LinkedIn Live. Any last words, Curtis?
Great show.
All right, great show for you too. All right, so guys, let me just say this. You can see me twice a week, well, several times a week, but you can see me twice a week because MC Curtis and I have a show tomorrow on LinkedIn Live, on Periscope, on
YouTube.
Facebook Live, and on YouTube called And We're Live, and we talk all about live streaming. So join us. We have a lot of fun, but we also have a lot of information to share.
Yeah,
it's great
good
stuff.
Good stuff.
Great stuff. So join us if you can at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 11 a.m. Pacific Time. Join us. And that is about, oh, I'm sorry. And also take a listen. The new episode of TV Channeling, the podcast I do with my co-host Kevin out in LA, is up on every major platform, or you could go to tvchanneling.com and take a listen there. What this week, we review a Black Lady sketch show. So if you haven't seen it, listen to what we think about a Black Lady sketch show and our rants and raves about the TV, film, and entertainment news of the week. All right, and that's it. Love you for watching. Bid you adieu. MC Curtis, the MediaScope family, and myself, we're exiting stage left. See you next week.
Ciao, everybody.
Bye.